Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I am getting ready to go to work, but I wanted to do this eye look. And although I probably should have thought this through a little better because this palette is a pain in my butt, I did not. So here we are. This is the look that I'm going to be doing. It finally worked. It made a mess. It finally cleaned it up. It's possible, but it was never worth it. However, it does kind of fall into the season of not Halloween, but of October in a way. I mean, really, it could be any time of the year, but just saying. And it is available because I saw it at Marshall's the other day when I was at work. So you could get it, and it was like, for the price point, I guess it was good. You know what I mean? For the full price point that I paid for it, absolutely, positively not. No. I don't even think on sale at a store you could get it for the price that Marshall's is selling it for, and it'd be worth your money if that made sense any. But the palette I'm talking about is Too Faced and Maple Syrup and Pancakes. You all, first off, they went to the box packaging, okay? And I don't mind cardboard packaging. I don't. If it shuts right. This does not. If you open it up, like, you have to line it up, or this is what you get. Now, is it that hard to line up? No. But should I have to? I mean, maybe, but I don't think I should. But, you know, who am I to say what I'm supposed to do and not supposed to do? Just my preference, I suppose. But let's go over what's on my face. So for foundation today, I am wearing the Uma by Sharon C foundation. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm out of this, because I don't think we can get it anymore, and I'm so sad. Probably should have ordered a couple of those. But then if you guys can't get it, then why should I? Yeah, I don't know about that. Although it is a beautiful foundation. So if you do see it, it is worth it. For concealer, I'm wearing the Tarte Creamy Creaseless Concealer. Not creamy, just creaseless concealer. Although it is creamy. I set with the Prism Libre powder, which is the old version, not the new. Will not be buying the new one. The rest of the face I set with my Huda Beauty. Y'all, I forgot I had this. The Easy Bake and Snatch, the press powder. I forgot I had this. And I will say, I think it's getting hard pan. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's in Pound Cake. I really do think that is a hard pan. I have got a hair. But if that is the case, not worth it. Of course, that may not even be for sale anymore. These makeup brands will recall something, or not recall it, but like stop making it as soon as it's made. Like, they don't give you any time sometimes, you know? And it could be your favorite product or your worst favorite product. Or your worst product. It's not a favorite if it's worse, but you know what I mean. Anyway, for bronzer, I'm wearing my Too Faced bronzer in Golden Cocoa. And y'all, I showed you the other day I hit pan in this. Now it is starting to break. And I don't know what to do about that. Because I want to get the use out of it, but it's breaking everywhere. And I'm so scared I'm going to get it all over me. So we're going to put it back over there. For the blush today, I'm using another product from the Tarte Reds and Berries, and it's in Masterpiece. It's a pretty berry. Again, if you're my skin tone with these shades, go in with a very light hand and build it up, because they are pigmented, because they're not made really for us. Can we use them? Yes. They're not made, you know? But, I mean, they are pigmented, so I didn't wear the highlighter today because, let's be real, it didn't go with my skin tone. And it's the Shine one. The other one did. The shimmer one works perfect for me. The Shine does not. My biggest problem with these is opening them. But I still wore a Tarte highlighter in Spellbound Glow. I don't know why they got rid of this. It's beautiful. And it almost reminds me, well, it does remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury one that she came out with. I mean, it's like a spot on dupe almost. And me, I don't, does the Charlotte, is it still available? I don't know. And then for my lips, I'm going to work. And I've realized lipstick is not the best thing for me when I go to work because you can't touch up. Now, if I put a lip liner on and a lipstick, yes, I can make it work through my shift. If it's a 4-hour shift, it's fine. Anything over that, it wears. I drink, I have to have, lunch. So I talk. So it just doesn't last. But today, I decided to grab this. It's the Dior Addict Lip Glow in 007 Raspberry. I've had this for a while, and I had it in the, I guess it'd be the 001. Is that right? It's the light pink, and I used it primarily for like a chapstick. You know what I mean? An expensive chapstick, but a chapstick nonetheless. But I liked it. But I would say that I enjoy the Dior Lip Maximizers much more than those. But those are much easier to wear through the day. Like, I could put that in my pocket and not worry about it. The Lip Maximizers, you don't have to worry about it, but you could have to. You know what I mean? It's like a toss of a coin. Heads or tails. So that is what is on my face. So let's get started on the palette. Y'all, I did not hide the way I felt about this palette. And some people did not like the fact that I criticized Too Faced, but I did in that video. And I kind of felt bad because I thought maybe it's me. And it is. It is a me thing because it's not my preference. But at the same time, it's not the same formula that Too Faced has used. So I don't think I'm wrong in my choice of words that I used for it. Anyway, as far as color story, it's beautiful. Does it necessarily remind me of a maple syrup pancake? That does. That looks like a pancake to me. I would believe, somebody showed me just this. I go pancake. Sure. With syrup. If you want to get technical, I don't know if I'd say maple syrup. I could think butter syrup, so there's a butter, on it. But anyway, I don't know about some of these colors. They don't really remind me of, but neither here nor there. Because what matters is what's inside. To a certain extent, again, I am the type of person that will buy for packaging. Okay? But let's go to Flapjack to start. I will say the mattes aren't bad, okay? The mattes aren't bad. They are easy to work with. Blendable pigment. I don't know about pigment. You do have to build them. But they are blendable, we'll say that, okay? So the mattes aren't bad, but they're still not the same mattes, okay? I don't care, they're not. And I'm not necessarily mad about that. That's not where I really take issue. I took issue with these metallic shades because A, they're awful. They're crumbly, they're flaky, they're not as metallic and shiny as they used to be. Like, there's just so much that they're just not. So, out of all of these kind of palettes, this and the, what was it, the pumpkin pie second slice, something like that. Those two, the ones that are in this packaging, are my least favorite palettes of all time. Like, of all time. By Too Faced. I'm sorry, by Too Faced. Let me re-explain that, because there are some palettes out there that have been bad, you know what I mean? But just by Too Faced, these are it. Alright. But you'll see the mattes are fine. Like, you can use the mattes. We'll go into Short Stack now, which is this shade right here. And start to build up that crease. Or at least coloring the outer corner here. I mean, they're not the perfect matte by no means, but they are usable. I will say I don't really smell anything out of this one anymore, which is kind of odd, considering I can open up like my peach palette and it still highly smells like peaches. So I do kind of find that odd. But again, it's not about the smell. It's about the makeup. We're going to take that same shade. Well, hold on, let me put a little more right there. Alright. We're going to take that same shade and run it under the lower lash line. Like, this isn't the worst palette in the world. I never said that. And I'm not saying that now. It's just not the price point. It's not like, it isn't even a little bit good for the price point. And it's, again, why do they change their formulas? I'll never know. I mean, I understand if you think you're doing it to better it, but like when you get feedback, and they got feedback on this palette, I'm pretty sure that there was nobody that liked this palette. And then the second slice came, or was the second slice first? I think the second slice was first. And then this one. And neither one of them palettes did good. So I will say they then listened for sure. Because they came back with the, there's the spring palette and then now the apple palette. So I am, glad they did do that at least. And I will say that this palette is nice to use if you just want to be messy, because you can create one heck of a messy look and it not even look messy, because the shadows are just so, I don't know, soft and barely there. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really, because obviously they're there, but at the same time I am not even trying to be somewhat precise, and it's still looking okay. Which isn't a bad thing. That's why I said the mattes don't bother me that bad. Okay, we're going to go into Hot Cakes and darken up the outer portion. Bring it in a little bit. But not too much. We're going to take that same shade in Hot Cakes and run it under the lower lash line, up against the lash line. I can't even talk today. Lash line. I'm using Crybaby by ColourPop in the waterline. Then we're going to take the shade Breakfast in Bed. And this is the... You'll see. It's going to be all over my face. No, I'm not going to spray it because why should I? But you can just see from, like, the texture of it, like how chunky it is. I don't know if the brush will pick it up, but so chunky. And yes, you could spray it or lay down some sort of adhesive. I understand that. But with all the other Too Faced palettes, I don't have to do that. And to get payoff, I don't have to do that, either. And you can see that I'm really going to have to go in here and build this up because it does not give me that much payoff. And hence, the more you go in, the more mess you're going to make. You know what I mean? Like, it's an inevitable circle. I will say, going in with a light wash like this, like if this is what you like, then it's not bad. I mean, for what it is, but it's not nearly as shiny for me. It does lay nice on the lid like this. As you do build it up, you will see that it does add a little more texture to your eye, but again, to be expected, you're piling more on, And I'm sure if I used my finger, it would have been better, as we learned yesterday in the Tarte palette. And I understand that some palettes that, that's the preferred method, that's what you should do. This is not my method. I end up messing up if I have to use my finger. We're going to go into powdered sugar right here. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner. And I guess this is more like a satin shade, not a metallic. It's, for what it is, I like it. But I'm not a big satin person. I don't like satins really. I do, but I don't. I mean, I think there's a time and a place, but... It does give me the inner corner brightness that I'm looking for. This palette just seems very... like generic, I guess, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very subtle again, but not in a good way. It's like there, but not there. But again, not in a good way considering the price point. Now, if you were only, spending $15 on it, then maybe I would feel a little different, because I do take price into consideration. But as it stood, I paid full price. Now, if you get it at Marshall's, I can't remember what it was. I want to say $19.99. I don't know. It could have been less. It could have been $1 more. But it was right around, like, that price point. I grabbed lip for eyes. But anyway. We're going to use the Tartelette XL Tarte Mascara, the tubing mascara. I will say that I actually like this. I like the way it looks on my lashes. And I like the way it removed. It removed so easily last night that it shocked me. So, it's kind of up there. It's not overthrown my favorites, but it may become a favorite. As in like a top 5. I was going to say top 3, but I've tried a couple new ones lately, and they're up there too, and I don't exactly know how I would rank it all. But you guys well know that number one and number two, depending on my mood, would be Lash Clash and Gucci. And I didn't get like no smearing, no transfer, no flaking, no nothing, which again it is a tubing. So that could be why. Alrighty. And that's the final look. And I will say it didn't take me that long to create this look. Again, me talking takes a long time. But technically, like, it took me about 40 minutes, you know. But again, I could have done this. I could have taken it down to maybe 30. You know what I mean? So, but I really do enjoy the look. You know, but when I do my makeup, I want to enjoy the whole process, every bit of it. I want to be excited for the shadow palette, and I always hope that even if I don't like it the first time, at some point maybe my preferences will change, or my skills will get better, or my technique will change, something, and I'll like it. But it's just not the case with this palette. Or the second slice. But regardless, I have it. So I do have to somewhat make it work, because if not, it's a waste of money. Completely a waste of money, instead of just being partly a waste of money. But I do think, like I said, the mattes are great. The color story is wonderful. It's just the outcome of it all isn't. But let me know if you guys purchased this palette. Did you bite the bullet and pay full price? Or did you get it on sale? Did you find it at like Marshall's or TJ Maxx? Let me know you know how you got it, if you did. And if you got it, maybe it's time to pull it back out and try it again. Maybe you learned some great technique through the year and now you can use it. And if you do, let me know how. Because I'm dying. Don't know. Or maybe you find a metallic that you can make work and that's pretty, and then I'll just stick with that and use the mattes. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. And I will see you in my next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.